Before I start, let me stop. I want to go over a memory verse with you guys. It's Philippians 4, 6, and 7. And it says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He's done. Then you will receive everlasting peace. So if you got a need, you got a want, pray, and then thank God for all that He's done. So, great memory verse. Hey guys, Coach Corsi here. 4th day of quarantine, coming at you. Hey, I found this graph in my, going through my notes. It was on my OneDrive. Hadn't seen this in a few years, but it was a great graph that Chad Bickley and I did, I would say 5 or 6 years ago, just for coaches and also for players, which you're seeing now, which talks about what is your focus. And I really want to go over this because I think it's very relative today as well, on what are you focusing on. And if you look in the middle, you'll see all the things, and there's probably more, but these are 9 or 10 things that we came up with that you can focus on. So I want to really quick go over this with you guys, and basically it says, what is your focus? So there's a lot of things you can focus on in the game of basketball as a coach or as a player, and here's some of them. You can focus on the referees. You can focus on playing time. You can focus on your attitude. You can focus on what your parents think of how you're doing. You can focus on preparation. You can focus on how good the other team is. You can focus on how bad the other team is. You can focus on your work ethic. And the last thing you can focus on, how do I get a college scholarship? So there's things you should focus on, and there's only a few things you can control. And so if you look at the box on the right, the circle there, here's some concerns. You're not agonizing over it, but you're concerned about it. You're concerned about the refs. Of course, we're all concerned about the refs. You're concerned about playing time during that game. As coaches too, you're concerned about how do I play everybody. You're concerned about parents. What your parents think, and as coaches, how the parents evaluate you as a coach. You're focused, of course, you're concerned about the other team. And the last thing is you're concerned about a college scholarship, which, very few kids get college scholarships, but that's a definite goal, and it's definitely a concern for college scholarships. Then if you go to the left, is what we really want to focus on today. So what is your focus as a player and coach? What are you extremely focused on? And we get so off track. We as coaches and as players, we worry about the refs too much. As coaches and players, we worry about what our parents think too much, or what the parents think too much. As coaches and players, we spend way too much time thinking about the other team instead of focusing on what we need to do. So let's go over a few things on the other end. These are the things that you can control. And in life, you want to focus on, whether it's basketball or business, whatever you do, focus only on the things that you can control. And usually in life, there's only a few things that you can control. If you see on the left, there's just a few. Number one, control your attitude. That's huge. Positive affirmations. No negative. No fear. No worry. Speaking what you want, not what you have. Your attitude is so important that you focus on having a great attitude. Number two, you focus on your commitment. How committed are you? Are you shooting 200 shots a day or 100 shots a day? If you're not shooting 100 to 200 shots a day, every day, you're not committed. So you gotta be committed first. Commitment and your level of commitment is something you can control. And then preparation, you can control how many shots you get up, how many dribbling drills you do, how many push-ups you do, whether or not you get in the weight room. All these things you can control, your preparation, getting ready for that game. And as a coach, you control it as well. What What's your preparation? Are you looking at drills online? Are you looking at the other team you're going to play? Are you preparing for the other team? Are you preparing for your team for their attitude as well? And the last thing, and probably the most important thing, is work ethic. Control that. You can control how much you work. You can control how much you don't work. It's really up to you. And work ethic is something that you can always control. My dad told me at a very young age, he said to me, and my dad never thought he was the smartest guy in the block, but he was a hard worker. And he said, you know what? You don't have to be the smartest guy in the block, son, but you can outwork anybody. And if God's given you that gift of a strong work ethic, you need to use it and exploit it. And it's something that you can control. You can control how hard you work every day. You can control how hard you work as a coach and how hard you work as a player. You can control all that. If you're doing personal training, you can control how you market yourself to get more personal training customers and players in your portfolio. So focus on the things you can control: your attitude, your commitment, your preparation, and your work ethic. Focus, and I would say the fifth thing here, on what you can really control. You can control your relationship with Jesus Christ, because he's really the secret sauce. He's the secret sauce to really your success. You can pray for success. You can ask God to be with you. For I know that Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So we can rely on that source from prayer and from reading his word. We can tap into the power source, which is Jesus Christ. So attitude, commitment, preparation, work ethic, and Jesus Christ. Those are really the 5 things that you can control in life and in basketball as a coach or as a player. The rest of it, it's all there. You need to be aware of it. It's in that middle column, and it's a concern on the right for some. You can't worry about it. You can't be in fear of it, because fear and worry is not of God. We need to be bold. We need to stand upright. We need to battle. We need to get after it, and we need to have fun. And that's the biggest thing. You gotta enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. We're sitting here in 4 days of quarantine, and it's not fun, but we've got to enjoy the journey, because this is part of our journey to start a club, the Bearcats in the Philippines. This is part of the journey, so we need to enjoy it, even though we'd rather be somewhere else instead of sitting in this hotel for 7 days. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully that really helps you. This is a great graph you can use with your. You can use this with your teams, or you can use it as a player. Either one. This is something that Chad Bickley, who's won multiple CIF championships in San Diego at the highest level, just found it, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So God bless. Have a great day, and wait for it. Go Bearcats! Hey guys, Coach Corsi here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and thanks for being a part of this vision for the future to impact our youth and the next generation. God bless you, and go Bearcats.